Hey guys, welcome back to Tip Tuesday. My name is Matthew Sturkey with Stone Mill Log and Timber Homes. Thanks for joining us this week. Hope everybody had a safe and healthy Labor Day. I'm glad you're back with us. This week I want to talk about tips for building remote. We deal with a lot of clients that are living in a different state, building in this area of the country, and they are building remote. They may be 6 or 7 or 10 hours away. So what are some of the tips? What are some of the things that you can do if you're building remote and you're building a primary or secondary residence and you're building from a long distance? There's several things that I wanted to talk about today, starting with the first being an on-site camera. An on-site camera is a good way that you can log in and look at the daily progress or the weekly progress. One of the things that I would caution is not looking at it on a day-to-day basis, because sometimes things are slow to take place. And if you look at it every day or multiple times a day, you could get frustrated. It's kind of like looking at the stock market every single hour or every day. If you are a long-term investor, you will look at the stock market less frequently than looking at it day to day, because you can get really frustrated with the ups and downs. And that is not much different in a construction project. You want to make sure that you're staying on track and on target for your time frame, but looking at it multiple times a day can only get frustrated if you don't see any progress taking place. The second tip is use construction apps. There are things like Builder Trends. Some builders will use different construction apps to track the daily and weekly and monthly progress. This is where all your photos will go in, all your invoices, all the approvals, plans. So these apps are good things to use if the builder that you're working with is using these particular apps. So that's the second tip, is use some of these, some of the technology that's out there, the on-site cameras and the builder apps that you can use to track progress. The third, there are certain project management services out there. If you are serving as an owner builder, this is not really particularly for people hiring a general contractor, but if you are serving as an owner builder building remote, there are project management services that you can hire that charge a different fee, a smaller fee than a general contracting service, and they will keep track of progress for you. They can do site visits, they can manage subs, and that would just be something you would want to discuss with those services, what their scope includes and what their fees are. But if you need some on-site representation throughout the entire building project, certainly that is an option. The fourth tip is to set weekly or bi-weekly meetings, conferences, set up a Zoom conference or a Teams or just an old-fashioned conference call, and set up those weekly or bi-weekly meetings to track progress and see where things are. Just so, last really but not least, communication is a high level. The communication for a building project is key, and this is certainly the last but not least tip, and that is to communicate at a high level. Make sure that you are communicating every need and want to your builder. Make sure they are returning and reciprocating that back to you, because as communication is increased, trust is increased, and these are some of the vital ingredients to making for a successful project. So those are just some of the tips. Invest in an on-site camera, use technology to your advantage, seek out project management services if needed. Communication is key. Those are really vital, and set weekly and bi-weekly meetings so that you can track progress. So hopefully this has been helpful. We look forward to you joining us for more Tip Tuesday next week. Until then, stay safe and healthy as always, and take care, and call us anytime you need anything. See you later.